Namaste. Welcome everyone for Bharata Yoga Shala online practice. This 15 to 20 minutes sequence we designed to keep the healthy and happy back. If you have already any kind of back pain or you are struggling with sciatica or lower back pain or recovering from slip disc, this really helps. Also, remember, anyone want to keep your back strong and healthy, this is very helpful practice if practice 2 to 3 times a day. And always remember, it is always suggested to practice under the guidance of your teacher and or your doctor. Let's start the practice. From Dandasana, slowly fold the legs, cross them and gradually come over your knees and take a forearm distance between the knees, in the same distance between the wrist. And stand on your hands, keep the elbows soft, ankle pressed down. As you inhale, drop your back and lift the head. As you exhale, raise your back and drop your head without stretching the back. As you inhale, back drops and lift the head, spine arches but no stress on the neck. As you exhale, belly pulled in, raise the back and drop the head. Inhale and raise your head. We repeat around 10 of them. Exhale and raise your back. Inhale and arch. The legs and arms should not move. Exhale. Breathe in and arch your back without stressing the neck. Breathe out and pull the belly and experience the stretch of the spine. Inhale and arch. Exhale. Breathe in. Out. 2 more rounds. Inhale and arch your back and lift the head, no stress on the neck. Exhale and raise your back. Inhale the last one, drop your back and lift the head, arch your back. Exhale and pull the belly and feel a nice stretch on your spine. Then slowly stop and bring your knees together. Sit back on your heels and relax in Shashankasana for a few seconds. Once you finish Shashankasana, slowly take your hands in front, softly come forward and roll on your belly for Bhujangasana breathing. Drop the chin, rest the hands next to the chest, thumb approximately touching to the nipple of the breast and fingers well open. As you inhale, gently contract the pelvic floor and keep the legs active. Roll the shoulder and expand the chest and lift the head, but no stress on the neck. As you exhale and go down, no rush. Inhale and mild contraction on the pelvic floor, shoulder rolled, chest expanded. Exhale and go down. Inhale and raise it up. Make sure the legs are active like a tail of the snake and back arched, chest expanded. Exhale. Breathe in and lift and arch. Breathe out. Inhale, roll the shoulder, leg stays active, pelvic engaged. Exhale. Breathe in. Out. Continue 4 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Upper back well arched, just expanded. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. That's beautiful. Slowly stretch your legs wider, toes pointed outward, ankle pressed down. Then cross your hands on the shoulder, rest the palms on your shoulder and prepare yourself for Makarasana, contraction and relaxation. Okay. Now make sure your hands are comfortably placed. If too hard to rest your hands like this, you can also keep your palms on your chin but no stress on your neck. This is the other variation. you can use it. But always make sure there should be no stress on the neck or shoulder throughout the practice, and toes pointed out, but no stress on the knees. This is always you have to keep in your mind. Now, as you exhale, contract the perineum and mental contraction on the pelvic floor as well as on the buttocks, and hold the breath as long as you can. End of the retention. Then as you inhale, release everything back. Exhale and gentle contraction on the pelvic floor and buttocks also it contracts. The whole waist become tight. Then exhale, inhale and release. Exhale and gentle contraction and hold it tight, around the waist become tight. Inhale and release. Exhale and pelvic contracted, buttocks slightly tightened, waist become tight. Hold the breath out as long as you can. As you inhale and release everything back. Exhale and contract, pelvic contracted, waist tight, spine lengthens, no stress on the neck or knee. Inhale and release. Exhale, pelvic contracted, waist tight, spine lengthens, hold the breath as far as you can. Inhale and back. Exhale and tighten out everything once again. Inhale and release. In case any pressure on the knee, take it easy. Exhale and contract the pelvic floor, lower abdomen, spine lengthens, waist tightens. Inhale and release everything. Exhale and contract once again, tight and hold it. Inhale and release everything. Exhale and pelvic contracted, spine lengthened. Hold the position as long as you're comfortable. Inhale and release. The last one. Exhale. Hold it tight and hold the waist and spine lengthened. And release. And relax for a few seconds. Just observe those beautiful sensations around the spinal column, waist, hips. Changes on your respiration. Once the waist is relaxed, spine is relaxed, then gradually prepare yourself for the next practice, Setubandhasana, contraction and relaxation. Slowly release your hands, push your body slightly back, gradually sit back and stretch your spine a bit, and then go stretch in Shashankasana. Slowly roll on your back and prepare yourself for Setubandhasana breathing within the comfortable limit. Readjust yourself if necessary. The legs approximately kept shoulder distance wider, the same distance between the shoulder, the palms, feet and the shoulders all are in one line. Now mentally prepare, it's a contraction and relaxation of Setubandhasana with the natural breathing. Now as you exhale, gently contract the pelvic floor and lower abdomen and lengthen your lower back. Hold it as long as you can. Then as you inhale, smoothly release. Exhale and engage the pelvic floor, pull below the navel, stretch the sacrum and lower back and hold it. Whole waist become tight as you have seen in your Makarasana. Inhale and release. Make sure no stress on the neck throughout the practice. Slowly pelvic contracted, lower abdomen pulled in as you exhale and hold it longest you can. Experience the stretch on the sacrum and lower back. Inhale and release. Exhale and contract the pelvic floor and lower abdomen. Lengthen the lower back and the leg stays active, no pressure on your knee. Inhale and release. Exhale and tighten your pelvic floor, lower abdomen and the waist, the spine lengthened. Inhale. Exhale and contract and lengthen your lower back and hold the position longest you can with an exhalation. Inhale and release. Exhale and hold the position. Pelvic contracted, spine lengthened, leg stays active. Inhale and release. Exhale. Hold it longest you can. Inhale and release. Exhale. Below the navel pulled in, pelvic floor pulled. The entire sacrum and lumbar is stretched. Inhale. Two more. Exhale. Extend the trunk. Leg stays tightened. You can. Inhale and release. Last. Exhale. Lengthen your spine. Make sure no stress on the neck. The legs are active. Hold the longest you can. Next inhalation, slowly release. So those beautiful sensation on the lower back, waist, lower abdomen, an entire spinal column. Just observe that beautiful sensation. It becomes so relaxed. Beautiful changes in the respiration. Now mentally prepare. Ekapada Rajakapotasana stretch to your side. Gently turn to your side. Slowly stretch your legs. Now from Dandasana we will move to Ekapada Rajakapotasana variation. Softly bend both the knees towards your right. Then gradually take your right leg straight behind. Then the left heel touches almost the right hip. The left knee outside of the body and take both elbows down. And take your right toe tucked. Shoulder stays square, hips stay square, spine lengthen. You stay around 5 to 10 breaths here. Hips remain stay square and each exhalation push the right thigh to the floor and left hip and pull the belly, but no stress on the neck. If any pressure on the neck, you can even stretch your hands forward and push it, but just hold for few seconds, keep breathing and keep pushing the pelvic towards the floor. Feel soft and long breathing through the chest. See the nice stretch on your hip. The hip start rotating, outer thigh is stretching there, and you can see there is a nice work on the right quadriceps, but both hips stays in approximately square condition. and you can keep looking straight ahead, but no stress on the neck. After doing for a few seconds, what we slowly come back and stretch your legs back to danda, and we'll repeat the same on your left legs towards the left leg back, and the are in line. Just make sure the left heel, make sure there is no pressure on your left knee, the right knee, and hip stay squarey. Then take both floor, lower abdomen pulled in, tucked here, and keep pushing the left, right toe pointed, ankle is around 45-degree. Just keep pushing the left thigh down to the, there is a nice stretch on the outer hip muscles, sometime inner groin also, but keep lengthening your spine and keep looking, making sure no stress on the neck. Few long with engaging the pelvic floor. I hope you enjoyed the whole process of practice. You may experience a little bit fluctuation here, little bit ups and downs in the pain levels, and always remember, you have to take a guidance of the teacher or a doctor in case you have a serious back issues, including serious the sciatica or the disc bulge or herniation, or you are recovering from herniated disc or slip disc. This is the condition, is always help to take the doctors or the yoga teachers guidance. That makes the big differences, and make sure you practice consistently, if possible 3 times a day, to get the best benefits out from this practice. Dhanyawada, take care.